So hello guys, so today I want to talk about some mistakes that I made before I decided to say I do, okay, years ago. Let's dive straight into that. I feel like the first mistake that I made was not talking about like my goals. If you don't talk about your goals, okay, with your partner before you get married, then you don't get to know like what a person really want, and you don't get to realize like, okay, if our goals are like compatible or not compatible. I was young, beautiful young lady who was still in college, but then I had like my goals. I had like this vision of like what I wanted to do, who I wanted to become, in before getting married. You know what I mean? Like, I guess every young lady got in their head like, okay, what they want to do, what they want to become, like, as they get older. If you don't, like I said, if you don't discuss these goals with your partner before you say I do or before getting married, then you come to realize like while married, like, okay, our goals are not like going towards the same direction. Maybe you going this way, this other person is going this way, and it takes like two people like really being understanding to like come together, like inform this thing. If everybody's going this way, it really takes understanding. But I'm just gonna leave it like right there, okay? I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna go no further. And the next thing was like not discussing anything financial wise. Like, okay, are we gonna have like a joint account, or are we gonna have like a separate account? Like, how we gonna like balance like our financial, you know what I mean? We never had any talk like that. Nothing. There was no financial discussion, none. Like we just, nothing. Which I feel like that's something that people need to really talk about, okay? Even though like these days you may want to talk about stuff like that, and people might be like, oh, it's about the money, or it's about... No, it's very important, very essential to have that discussion before you say, okay, I do. Like, you have to know, like, okay, talk about it, bring it out and just talk about it. If it's somebody that's understanding, okay, they're gonna understand you. Like, okay, how are we gonna do this? Are we gonna have the same bank account, or you're gonna have something separate and I'm gonna have something separate? Those are things that everybody, like, I feel like everybody is different, okay? There are people that will say like, okay, let's have a joint account, and there are some people that will say no, we should have a separate account. And I'm not against any. People have like their personal reasons why they decide to choose whichever they want to choose, so I'm not against that. But that is something that I wish I would have talked about, or we would have talked about, but never did. The next thing is like about kids. I think I can remember like we probably talked about it like one time, but just brushed it off and just started laughing. Like that early stage, yeah, talk about like little stuff, but we never really talked about like having kids. Like, hey, how many kids are we gonna have, and what are our plans for the future for those kids? Like, are we gonna be able to like provide for those kids? Like, having just the number of kids that you can provide for, like, just you can still talk about the future of those kids even though the kids are not there. You know what I mean? Just to have a plan in your head. But we never really had that discussion. We never talked about anything like that. Like I said, we just mentioned like, okay, we're gonna have kids. You know how people talk, like, why you in that stage? Okay, 2 girls, 2 boys, you say yes, I say mine. We just laugh about it, okay? So that's what happened. We said it and we brushed it off, just laughed about it, and that was it. And the next thing that I wish we had talked about that we never did is like gender roles. I feel like we really didn't talk about that because of like where I was coming from and where he was coming from. Like, culture can play like a great deal, when it comes to like marriage. You have those cultural differences, and it's always important, it's very important to like talk about those things, okay? Like, I'm an African, okay? You can't take that away from me. You cannot take that away from me, okay? All right, jokes aside, in my culture, it's obvious like a woman does like basically everything in the house, everything. Okay, a man is like the provider. A man goes out and fend for his family, while a woman sits home and get the house like clean, wash dishes, cook for your man, serve his food when he gets back from work. I did that like my whole time, how many years of married. I did that. Clean, cook, laundry, cook the food, welcome him, serve the food, clean the table. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Before people get me like, oh, crazy, wrong and stuff. Because I did another video about talking about this, and people just, without listening to the video, they just blew it off and just went off because of the title. Okay, it's always important to like at least watch a video and listen to what somebody is saying before you judge them. But can a man help out? Yes, you can, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't. Some of our men, like African men, just don't want to, and they don't even want to hear that, you know. But that aside, okay, I'm not gonna go deep into that. But I feel like those are some of the things that I never talked about before getting married. I really wish I would have talked about before getting married, you know. Like, I did have a discussion about like your partner not wanting you to like work, but being like a stay-at-home mom. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home mom. Oh my god, like stay-at-home moms, like they do so much that sometimes people don't even understand. People just know that you're a stay-at-home mom, but the work that you do, you on your feet. Like your partner can leave you and go to work, and you be at home. There's always something to do at home, always something to do at home, especially if you have kids. Okay, if you're not doing laundry, you're cooking. If you're not doing this, you're cleaning. Like always something to do, you know. But I wasn't like, I didn't see myself like being like a stay-at-home mom. Like I said, not because it's a bad thing, but I just couldn't. But that was what he wanted me to be, like a stay-at-home mom, and that wasn't just me. That wasn't me. I could not. I'm the kind of person that I feel like two heads are better than one, you know. Like in our society today, women can work, you know what I mean, and that is a good thing. There's nothing like having two incomes coming, you know. When it's just one person, I feel like it's too much, depending on what you're doing too. It's just too much. It's too much load for one person, you know. So if you have that mind frame as a woman, like, oh, I want to go out there and work and help out a little bit, then I don't see anything wrong with him like helping you too, you know what I mean. Especially if both of you are working, then I feel like he can help out. Like I said, I don't want to go deep into this because it was like a whole issue in the other video that I did. But those are like some of the things that I really wish I sat down and I really talked about it before I said I do. Okay, it's different now, like different now. That's been years ago. Okay, I still haven't changed. I'm the kind of person that will still cook, clean, do all this extra stuff for somebody that deserve. If you deserve it, okay, I'm telling you, because there are some people that are so ungrateful that you can do all this stuff and they still look at you like nothing. But for somebody that is like worth it, okay, I'm not still in my environment, but that culture still instilled in me. It's still in me. It haven't gone anywhere. It's still there, you know. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I just wanted to throw this out here. And if there's something else that you guys want to know about me, okay, just drop a comment down below. I'll talk to you guys about it, okay. Like, hey, I'm loving like the new family that I found here, and love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for all the support, all the love, and all the crazy bad comments. I still like, I don't take that to heart. I still appreciate that, you know what I mean. Like, you cannot grow if you only see like the good, the good, the good. Sometimes you get struck with like the bad, and sometimes it's some of those bad stuff that makes you like even want to do best, even want to do like, you know what I mean. Like, I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.